In this episode, there's a flower that makes you do your innermost desires. And I'm really mad at Lex Luthor because he's befriended Clark Kent, who used to be my best friend.
Yeah.
And I think he's evil, and his father is just corrupting everything in Smallville. So one of my inner desires is to come kill him. So this is my attempt on his life. Clark can't see it, but I can. Now you're gonna pay.
As Clark Kent, Tom Welling is in virtually every scene of Smallville, which means his filming schedule is demanding to say the least. But I managed to grab a bit of a chinwag with the ex-male model turned superhero.
Guys!
Thank you. Oh, so this is the Kent household.
Yes, the Kent farmhouse.
So how long have you lived here, or the character?
Let's see, 10 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a cute baby.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think so.
Is that really you, or is that?
It's not me. Nothing here is what it seems. We can move walls and ceilings and everything.
So what was it about the script that made you take the part?
Well, first thing about the script was that it was different than what I expected. It was a lot of layers as far as where it could go and what was going on. And I really just thought it was really cool. You have to think about, is this something you want to do? Given the limited amount of knowledge you have on this material and this show, is this something you want to agree to for the next 5, 7 years of your life? And that's a big commitment no matter what you're doing. So there was that, as well as the idea of possibly being pigeonholed into this role.
How'd you do that? It's in the genes.
What's the best thing about working on this show?
The cast. I think we all want to be here. Actually today, in the scene that you saw, I don't know if you picked it up, but it was, we were all we finished the blocking and we were all kind of mulling around and trying to figure out what was going on. And I kind of said, isn't it great that we all care so much that we're all trying to find a way to make this better? And we all do. We all really care about this and we all want to be here.
Oh. Go back from right here. I didn't know where I was, that's why. From right here. Now I'm set. Perfect. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
As all true Superman fans know, Lex Luthor is traditionally Superman's arch enemy.
Clark?
But in Smallville, he's a good guy.
I didn't see you.
For now, at least. Michael, so you got to play Lex Luthor. When you took the part, did you think he's going to be really nasty? And actually, you turned out so far for us to be quite a nice guy.
No, I made sure I wasn't going to play the typical, stereotypical Lex Luthor. I wanted to be someone that was, I wanted to reinvent the character.
How is it?
It's perfect.
So the first thing one has to think about is, when you got the part,
Right.
the hair. Did you get the part when you had hair?
Yes.
So-
I'm not a moron.
No.
I thought to myself, I'm not going to shave my head for this audition. I'm going to get the part, and
Okay.
then the hair came off.
But I was
The
gonna
hair
say,
came
but-
off 2 days before we started filming.
Has it affected your normal life? Because when you have a week off,
I can't believe,
no,
not to be cocky, but
No.
I'm getting more women now.
really seriously.
Yeah, I swear to God.
So you worked with the delightful Kelly Brook.
Yes.
She
was
came over, and
delightful.
she's quite big in the UK. Is she massive here?
She's massive everywhere, Andy. She's,
Did you manage to get on, Kelly? Get on with Kelly?
I got along with Kelly, but she's got a wonderful
Personality.
fiance, but who, is a very nice guy, very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong, man. I don't want to mess with that. You came to play on my hatred of my father. Now I'm going to play on yours. Why take one company when you can take two?
You know they'd probably kill us.
Probably. But that's what makes life interesting.
How did she do?
She did great. She was she works hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I met her one night, and we had a kissing scene the first day we shoot together.
Your relationship with you and Clark.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
It's complicated, Lex is, he's a kid who grew up and, from a rich family. His mother died when he was younger. His father, he resents his father. He's kind of in the shadow of his father. His father goes to Metropolis, and he leaves Lex in Smallville to manage a factory in the middle of nowhere. Thanks, Dad. So he meets this young Clark Kent because he hits him with his car at 60 miles an hour on a Porsche, and Clark Kent saves his life, and the friendship begins.
could have sworn I hit you.
You did.
I'd be dead. I find it the most interesting relationship because you know where both of these characters end up later on. But it's how do they get there? That's the interesting part. And their scenes and the episodes are always, you know, just on the line of, you know, Lex going bad or something happening. And it really keeps the energy and the intensity there.
What did you do? Don't worry, Roger. I'm gonna give you a new identity. One that's a little less upstanding. Maybe a murderer. Maybe a drug dealer. Either way, you lose your job, your house, and your family.
Interestingly enough, a lot of the relationships in Smallville run in threes in a triangle. I don't know if anybody's told you this yet.
No, they haven't, so please tell away.
It's sort of, there's Clark and Lana and Whitney. There's Clark, Lex, and Clark's father. There's Clark, his father, and his mother. Clark, Pete, and Chloe. So it's all kind of a triangles, and they all kind of intermix and intertwine and make things really interesting.
So in the scene we saw you shoot today between yourself, your father, and Lex, that's one triangle of its own, isn't it?
Yeah, Jonathan just doesn't want me to have anything to do with him, but knows that he needs to give his son space to make his own decisions about people.
Son, you all right? I'm okay. Who's the maniac that was driving that car?
That would be me. Lex Luthor.
I'm Jonathan Kent. This is my son.
Thanks for saving my life.
I'm sure you would have done the same thing.
You're quite an extraordinary boy there, Mr. Kent. If there's any way I can repay you.
Drive slower.
You know, Lex is a good judge of character. He sees this insecure young kid in high school, and Clark's got secrets, and Lex has a lot of secrets, so I think they share that. They both have a lot of similarities, even though they come from two different backgrounds, so.
I had a team go over this thing inch by inch. They tell me there's no way the impact could have ripped open the roof like this.
They must have made a mistake.
Do you remember anything about the accident?
No, just that I pulled you out, that's it.
Do Lex and Clark eventually become enemies before the end of the series?
Well, I can't tell you that, Andy.
No, you can.
You'd stop watching.
You can.
like he's watched before.
Aiding Clark in his adventures are unwitting sidekicks Chloe and Pete.
Oh, nice catch. Well, it's kind of like a three-way friendship we have between Allison Mack's character, Chloe, Clark, and I.
Chloe is Clark's best friend, and she is the head of the newspaper at the school. She's from Metropolis. She is Pete, also one of Pete's best friends. The three of them are kind of like the little Scooby-Doo trio that figure everything out every episode. And she ends up taking Clark to Metropolis in the end, so she's kind of the link to the rest of the Superman stories.
I'll catch up with you later.
Chloe also has a burning desire to become more than just Clark's friend. Unfortunately for her, he's got eyes for someone else.
I just don't look like Kristen Krug, see? It's the dark and beauty and all that stuff. When you can't have something, it makes you want it even more. Clark can have Chloe in a heartbeat. He can't have Lana in a heartbeat.
Lana's always, well, she is and always will be the sort of the intangible love for Clark. You know, he's always going to get so close to her, but something's always going to keep them apart.
And that something is usually Lana's boyfriend, high school quarterback and all-round golden boy, Whitney Fordham.
What is it with you and my girlfriend, Kent?
Nothing.
So why is she dating such a loser?
Well, he isn't a loser.
Oh,
he just,
come on.
he
Do you know what I mean? He's such a he's exactly what you expect.
Yeah, but she sees
And I think
more
you're
in
cleverer
him.
than that.
She is.
I really do.
She does see something in him that everyone else doesn't. And the creators and the producers and the writers haven't really shown that side of him very much. But it's there, really, it is.
Are you sure now?
I'm sure. She wouldn't be with him if not. I mean, Clark's there. Clark's amazing. She could be with Clark.
He's a very caring individual. He loves Lana so much. He would do anything for her. And if anybody was to get in the way, he would defend her, you know, as much as he humanly could. And he's a very sweet and sensitive guy. You just don't get to see that because he's kind of got a gruff exterior.
You never really know what's going to happen. You know that they're not going to get together.
Yeah.
But they get so close at times where you really want it to happen.
That's the thing about Clark Kent. He's not always there when you want him, but he's always there when you need him.
I am.
Even when he listens.
I do.
Even when he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lana, you still at it? Clerk.
Do you think Clark will ever get your girl?
I hope not. Jeez, I hope not. Then where would I be?
But what is it that's made Smallville so successful?
It's just a quality show. I think the writing is the way it's shot, and yeah, I like the actors, obviously.
I think it's got something for everyone. You know, it's got a lot of great action, great special effects.
We have a combination of characters. Everybody is like can identify with somebody on our show. We have 8 people and they're all different.
Smallville's a cross between Superman, the X-Files. It's kind of like the S-Files in a way, isn't it?
It has all the elements. It's fanciful, it's dramatic, it's funny, it's romantic. It's all the elements that make something interesting.
I mean, this is a show that I shoot 14 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, and I still tape it on Tuesday night to see how it turned out. I mean, I still enjoy it.
So, will Clark ever get his girl? Will Lex ever discover his secret? And most importantly, will you ever get to see Tom Welling in skin-tight blue lycra and red underpants? Only Smallville has the answers. Now, there's that poster of you, right? Do you remember the one to launch the series? You on the S.
Oh, yeah, on the Scarecrow.
Yeah, the Scarecrow poster.
Yeah.
Looking quite trim.
Thank you.
Somebody who looks that trim, what would he eat for dessert?
Probably 3 pieces of pie and 4 scoops of ice cream.
Anything else, Tom?
No, that's all you saw me with.
Anything else, Tom?
I don't think so. What else is there?
Good. That's a good burger.